We are here with LA Charger running back Austin Ekeler. Austin, first of all, just tell us how this offseason was for you and your expectations for yourself going forward.
Yeah, man. Offseason, it's been the same of what I've always done, right? Just taking advantage of opportunities. That's how I'm sitting here in front of you, right? Took advantage of opportunity, and then ended up getting a spot in the Chargers. And now, for me, it didn't stop with football. It doesn't stop with football. Me driving and trying to take advantage is me trying to become the best version of myself, which football is a big part of that. But that's when, I get into the offseason now, so I can focus on my other opportunities that the NFL presents to me. I'm always working out. It's just been a lifestyle of mine, So after playing a couple years in the NFL, you understand how it works. Now you can start focusing on other things and aspects of your life. But, it comes back around. Season's coming back up, so starting to really tune in on football a little bit more and looking forward to getting back in here.
And as you guys tune in, there's no question the amount of weapons this offense has. What do you guys need to do to kind of take that next step? You guys obviously ended on a bitter note last year. So what is it that's going to push you guys into the postseason?
It's the same thing every year, man. We got, a lot of hype around our team. We have a lot of players that have made consistent plays in the past, and on paper it looks great. Right, it looks great on paper, but paper doesn't play football games. We got to go out here and actually execute fundamentals. That's what it comes down to. It comes into guys buying in to the fundamentals. Most plays, sure, you might have plays that are made because something crazy happens, but most plays are made within your fundamentals, with having good technique, with being in the right spot, with knowing the scheme. And that stuff doesn't take skill. It just takes practice of actually doing the right techniques, right, knowing the playbook. So if guys are going to buy into that, that's going to generate more consistency through our team. If guys don't, we're going to go and, miss the playoffs again. So it comes down to that.
What's the growth you've seen from Coach Staley now? Obviously last season he had some steps he had to take and he took those. And then now this season, what do you think is going to be different for him?
I wouldn't say the growth is within Coach Staley. I would say it's within our relationship with him, right? He's going to be the same guy he was last year, right? That's what I'm expecting. And as of up to this point, that's what he's been. He is who he is. And now it's us building that relationship with him building it with us, and that's us working together and building something new. So that's where the growth is. It's growth together. So I'm looking forward to seeing, him. I've seen him around, still same smile, still same energy, loving that. And I'm looking forward to just being him. He takes care of us, but he also makes sure to push us at the same time, which is great. He's not scared to call us out every day. He's calling people out on film. This is not what we want. This is what we want. And so that's a healthy relationship, right? Because it's never putting anybody down. It's always just, hey, we're trying to use this to learn to get better.
And you guys play in this league to play against the best players in the world. And the AFC West seemed to have brought in 10 of the best players in the world. This division is stacked. How excited are you to go up against these guys in this division?
Yeah, it just reiterates what I was talking about. Now our fundamentals mean that much more. It comes down to what makes good players good. Well, they execute their fundamentals at a really high, consistent level, right? Sure, they can make some plays here and there, but it comes down to doing the fundamentals. So, hey, we're going to be tested. How real of a team are we going to be? Or we're going to find out when we play. We're going to find out when we're practicing. But when it comes to Sunday nights is when, the test is on. And it's okay, let's see you execute. And that's going to tell us with our division, you have all these great players. So guess what? If you're winning in this division, you probably got a good chance of making a run.
And you've kind of been the playmaker. A surprise, you were, I would say, not a surprise playmaker, but you've worked your way in, like you've said, and earned your spot, and now you have your role as a playmaker. As your role develops and you keep going forward, what's the next step for you?
Man, it's the same step every year. It's build. Just build on the opportunity. I keep getting opportunities, and for me, my play style, I'm not making huge, crazy plays, but I dominate in the fundamental category. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm in the right spots. And what does that mean? So when someone else messes up, I'm taking advantage, right? I'm efficient. I don't break off a bunch of long runs like Jonathan Taylor, right? He's running through dudes, but I'm still averaging 5 yards a carry because I'm in the right spot. I'm getting in the right things. I'm doing my job, right? And I've been able to build on that. Sure, I'll throw a couple plays in there, making some guys miss, absolutely. But for me, it's building on that. It's continuing to do that same consistency. And now also, how can I be contagious in the locker room? How can I get other people to buy into it? Because that's what it takes. It takes guys in the locker room. That's why I'm excited to have these older guys coming in. I want to see their leadership. Are you a good leader? Can you bring people with you? Because if you're a great player, that's good. But we need our great players to bring everyone else up because you have to set the standard. Everyone's looking at you and being okay, you're the big money guy. Let's show me how it's done. And so I'm in that position right now, and you damn well know I'm going to be in there doing that. I'm bringing everybody with me. Let's go.
And kind of when did that switch? Because, you know, we caught up with you when you kind of first broke through into the league, and you maybe were just kind of feeling everything out. And now you seem to really have that leadership role, that mentality. You can feel the energy coming across. When did that click for you?
It's the same, bro. It's the same mentality I've had since I got here, though, right? But it's enlightened. Like, it's on a bigger scale. Because when I got here, I had everything. I put everything. I dropped out of my last semester of school. You know, we played each other. After that football season, I was done. I went and started training. I was like, this is an opportunity. I'm putting everything into it. So I put everything in my soul into that thing, into that opportunity. When I got here, it was the same mentality. It's the same thing I have now, but now it's grown a little bit, right? Now my role's a little bit bigger. So now I'm putting that same energy, and it doesn't just stop with football. Like, I'm doing this outside of football too. You should see my empire. It's amazing, right? I keep building. I'm using this platform. And so that's what I'm trying to get other guys to do. But for here, you know, it's a collective as a football team, and so that's where my effort is when I'm in this building.
Awesome, man. Well, we really appreciate your time and sitting down with us, and wish you the best of luck this season.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on.
We're getting the energy, man. I'm ready to run through that
Let's
wall.
go.
Man.
I saw the wrap. I said, good. Appreciate
That's what it's about.
Thank you.